basing this recipe on the drop biscuit recipe that's on the back of this bag of Pamela's gluten-free baking mix. I'm going to actually double it, so I'm going to use 2 cups of the mix. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of shortening and a 1/4 cup of butter, and you just want to cut those into small pieces and then use your fingers to rub the fat into the flour. It's going to look kind of like coarse breadcrumbs. And then I'm going to add in 2/3 of a cup plus 2 tablespoons of buttermilk. And I'm going to combine all of this until the dough comes together. I want to generously flour my work surface since I'm going to be rolling these out and cutting them instead of just making drop biscuits. And I'm going to put my biscuit dough on my surface. And actually, rather than rolling biscuit dough out, I prefer to lightly flour the top and just kind of pat it into a round shape. This gives me a little bit more of a thicker biscuit, and I think it's easier than trying to use a rolling pin. Next, I'm going to cut my biscuits. If you don't have a biscuit cutter, you can just use a tall tumbler or glass whose opening is about the same size that you want your biscuits to be. Dip the glass in a little of the Pamela's gluten-free baking mix so your biscuits will release easily. And you want to place them on your cookie sheet so that they're barely touching. And once you get as many biscuits cut out as you can, then you're going to gather up the dough and pat it back out and cut some more. And this last wee bit of dough, I'm not going to have enough to cut. I'm just going to gather it up. So you're going to bake these in the oven at 375 for about 12 minutes until they're golden brown. And you can tell they're done because they'll be nice and brown on the bottom, and they are lovely with some jam.